So I actually thought of something. I haven't shown this specifically, but this is such a great example of the psychotic mental illness, if you will, rent-free, as they could say, fighting game community. Despite most of the shit in these video games coming from me, I want to show you something. I actually have not showed this example. So a lot of my haters, they'll say Clayton always wants to copyright everything, which is funny because if you recall, the stuff that I give names to things, they're not Clayton things. I don't normally say that. I say stuff like cyber pussy, nutsack loop, Shinakuma. I give a lot of stuff fun names because I was trying to keep games fun. I don't call everything a Clayton thing because, well, most of the shit is from me. May as well just be lucky I played the game. I've definitely said that because you motherfuckers haven't found anything. So I want to show you something very funny. And this is the site Dustloop. I don't normally use this site, but Dustloop is, of course, a site where a lot of people might come to find information about the game. Again, take what I said, right? Despite most of the shit in these games coming from me, I don't call it Clayton did this, Clayton, the Clayton blah, blah, blah. I give them funny names. But you know what the Guilty Gear community does? Look at this. The Mite Blue Light Special. Wow, what a name. Name it after somebody. It must be pretty good. Basically, the point is advanced players know that one of the parts that you burst out of Kai's slide is at the end. So one of the best Kai players ever, Mitoshi, let's name it after him, found out that if you burst the slide, or you FRC during the slide, it's burst safe. Whoa, holy shit. Is that rocket science? I don't fucking think that's rocket science. Wow. The move, the FRC on the move, if the guy bursts, you don't get hit. Let's name this after this guy. One of the best players ever, apparently. And this isn't to talk shit about him, but this is what I'm getting at, is that the community makes up this lie that Clayton says wants to have everything copyrighted with his name. But the community will, if you look at these examples I'm going to give, they will give credit to anyone for anything as long as it's not me. Apparently this guy, man, no one ever thought to FRC a slide, which if you recall back during the early days of Guilty Gear, despite the community not wanting to act like it happened, there was a very small time in the Guilty Gear community where there was a guy named H-Bomb who came back from Japan, and for a very short time he was considered the best in America. Guess who beat him? Guess who beat him with only FRC slide shit? It was me. Ooh, the A-Sama special. What is this? Oh, he FRC's a slide. Let's call it the A-Sama special. You know what? I've heard this guy's name before. I don't know anything about this guy other than that I recall on Dustloop, years after all I did all this stuff, he would post about Japanese doing stuff. His great, and this guy apparently FRC'ing a slide? FRC'ing a slide? This is not that amazing, but it's called the A-Sama special. Let's name it after him. I don't know, dude. I'm going to show you some pretty crazy examples. The Faith Barrage. Faith, one of the most famous Kai players during the early days of Guilty Gear. Guess what? You know what? He just did a lot of fucking fireballs. But let's call that the Faith Barrage. Name it exactly after the guy. Huh. Damn, we're just naming shit after everybody. It doesn't matter what the fuck they do. Jesus Christ, we're going to go, man, this is the most amazing thing. He did a lot of fireballs. Ein's Prison. Ein, a very famous player as well. But again, we name it after him. It's just EX Dust stuff. I don't think it's the most... not mind-boggling shit. Not shit that changed the perspective on what is possible in the game. But hey, let's just call it that, right? The Boopa Ball. The Boopa Ball is a ghetto trick that only Boopa used to do. Since he stopped playing, nobody uses it. Do you know what the Boopa Ball is? The Boopa Ball is the fucking forest. The joke that me and my friends, stuff that I used to do, we used to call it the forest. FRC Fireball shit because we called it the forest. I'm like, dude, this is the forest, dude. You can't get out of it. Because, I was trying to be, because I call shit stupid shit. Shinakuma, whatever. Boopa Ball is the forest. And I could literally go and find screen caps of people talking about the forest. These motherfuckers on Dustloop are so insecure. Let's call it the Boopa Ball. Don't call it anything relating to Clayton, but call it exactly something that somebody else did. And let's say he's the only person I read. Boopa Ball is the fucking forest. And it's a joke because the forest is like, the fireball is going beneath you. And then guys jumping. You can't, you're stuck in the forest. How do you get out? It was a fucking joke. And we called it the forest. But again, people were so insecure. Once the Japanese started doing it, let's just say, oh, we'll call it the Boopa Ball. Let's name it after someone. But again, the community will try to say that I'm the one that tries to copyright everything. Like, dude, I'm trying to put fun spin on things. Let's look at this. The infamous SHTKN. I remember this guy's name. I don't remember this guy ever being known as a good player personally. Maybe he was after I played. I don't remember him ever winning. Did he win before? I don't remember. Did you know that this guy found out, infamous from him, that you could do 2 big fireballs? Even though everyone knows that, and it's a old thing because everyone knew right when ggxx came out that you could do a ground big fireball if you do it fast. So why wouldn't you be able to do it in the air? But let's name his name on it. Just so in case anyone comes, we gotta keep this circle jerked at only the players we like. Doesn't matter if they suck, doesn't matter if they actually are good, like Ein and some of these other guys. But we gotta give them credit. And they actually want their names on this shit. And you wanna know what is even more fucked up? It's mostly this fucking Kai community, dude. Cause look at this shit. I mean, do we see the other pages like this? Do we see, damn, it's not called all this shit. Where's all the calling it everything? Where's the fab? Why isn't it called the fab? Where was the fab? I mean, is there an Axel thing called anything? Is there I don't remember. Who's the famous Axel players? I don't fucking know. I'm sorry, dude. Oh, I guess we're not giving any exact names to him. Is there something called a soul? Can we even say who found the Dustloop? I guess this is a different game, so we're not going to say that anyway. But the point is, we don't see all these names giving the name exactly to somebody else, but the Kai community sure will. And I think it's because I am most known for Kai. It's who I won the most tournaments with. Most of the shit people do is originally from me. And do you see how insecure the community is that they actually named everything off of themselves? Is that fucking insane to you, dude? Seriously, I want you to think about that. Is that fucking insane that the guy who most of the fundamental knowledge in this game is from, the guy who was the person that most of the shit did a lot of the crazy shit, especially with Kai. I'm not saying this game wasn't like Dragon Ball Fighter Z or anything like that where I did basically every character. For the most part, I only played a few characters in the game. But there was no question a lot of fundamental knowledge in this game was spread through me. A lot of crazy shit, more advanced tactics were spread through me. And Kai specifically, most of the shit ever found with him from me. And guess what? I never named it the Clayton. I named them funny names, just like normally I have. There's a few things ever that I've ever said, oh man, that's a Clayton right there. Because normally I want it to be fun. So I would call things, oh, Shinakuma, Forest, Slamber Pussy, Nutsack Loops. You know what? Any kind of name, even in Dragon Ball Fighter Z, Tiger Knee, because it looks like a Tiger Knee. The Gogeta Tiger Knee. Soul Strike sounds stupid, so I call it a Tiger Knee. And this community will tell you that I'm the one that wants to copyright everything. These guys are trying to copyright shit for themselves that they didn't even do. Think about that. That is some fucking rent-free shit right there, dude. And it's the Kai page, too. Is that not fucking crazy? Also, before I leave this, I had saw some people were saying that someone actually did add me to the wiki and they removed me. So I don't know who was doing that, but I guess if you added me and you were being genuine, thank you. I guess, but I don't really use this, so, but anyway.